right, welcome back to the Vocal Lube podcast. This is episode 29.2 or 1 or 0.5. We unfortunately had another incident last week after recording where our audio files were corrupted. Yes, I am blaming the CIA. Unfortunately, we lost last week's podcast. It was a good podcast, so it always seems to happen on our best recordings where everything is fucked.
It was a good podcast.
So yeah, unfortunate, but we're back this week. Hopefully we don't run into that issue. If you see that we go 2 weeks without posting, just know that we are actively killing someone from not sure from who, but we're trying to isolate the issue and figure out where it's stemming from. We will not be killing anyone. Let me reiterate that in case anyone is concerned.
Yeah.
But
really disappointing.
Yeah, no.
Second time this has happened.
Second time it happened. Good podcast, good conversation, good energy, and we get fucked.
Yep.
Absolutely fucked.
It always happens on the best ones too. It's like it's like it's telling us maybe move on.
Yeah.
Every great time you'll never get it, but we still pursue.
We're gonna keep trying with the setup and the flow that we have going on as far as how we're integrating all the audio in, coming out of the mics. And if, at this point we've had 2 fail in the past 4 recordings. So if we have another failure, I think we're going to look elsewhere on, how we can record it and not have that happen again.
Yep.
So hopefully we don't experience that with this podcast. If we do, we apologize to our faithful listeners out there. I know there's about 9 or 12 of you. Sorry that you're not getting your weekly lube.
Yeah, I mean, right now, just for the technical listeners, we're recording into Ableton audio, and we're recording into OBS our video. We have never had a problem with OBS, besides the first couple times we used it, but that wasn't an OBS problem. That was just us fucking up on the Rodecaster.
Mm-hmm.
This is a new issue that we were running into, and it's We've done too many podcasts with this audio interface to say it's the audio interface. I don't believe it is. There's something going on during the saving process where our audio files are getting corrupted, and then at some point, like deleting them. It's the weirdest thing ever.
And I mean, to that point, they're getting saved to SSDs. So maybe while we're recording, it comes loose, and the connection, that's where the failure occurs. But you know what? We're gonna record it locally this time and see if that helps us out. Yep. But yeah, we still have snow on the ground.
Yeah.
It's been cold as shit.
It's more like ice at this point, really.
Yeah. Well, I got out on the ice yesterday.
Yeah, that's cool. I saw Max skating around.
Yeah, no, got out to a spot that I'm not going to say where it is. But I mean, I think we skated like a quarter mile just like along the banks and stuff. It was super cool. There was only one area that looked kind of sketchy, and we didn't go out to it for good reasons. But to a certain extent, I think you could have skated this entire body of water, which, like, if you could connect the whole thing together, like, would be a really fun workout. Like, if you had, like, speed skates, I think it'd be super fun. Because then you could just, like, I mean, if you did the whole thing, I think you'd go a few miles. So I think
skating a few miles doesn't seem too bad.
No, I don't think
I think the only depends on the worst part of it is really the foot pain.
Yeah, I think it's probably just like how hard you're pushing. But no, if you're like a good like speed skater, I'm sure it's like slight work to go that distance.
Yeah, granted, you wouldn't want to speed skate on that ice.
It's better than
I feel like it's too bumpy.
It's better than you'd expect.
Like you gotta think, like in my head, the speed skate blade is just a razor.
There were areas that were not so great, but as long as you stayed on the clean ice, like it wasn't bad at all. And it was kind of sweet because, like you said, everything's kind of ice now, even where the snow is. So you could like launch pucks up onto the banks where like would typically be dirt and such, but it's like this ice kind of snow, and it just comes back. It's pretty sweet.
But I feel like you can't launch them too hard because then they'll just.
No, dude, you could launch them like way up there and they'd kind of just like wrap around and come back down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, it was a fun time.
That's pretty cool.
I think second or third time I've been out on that body in the past 10 years to skate, and it's when it freezes, it's fun, but doesn't happen very often.
Yeah.
To where it's like probably safe. But there were a lot of people out there. It wasn't just the group of people I was with. There was probably 3 other groups out there. Younger kids, parents, people I was with, just odd groups of people.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah, no, it was a fun time. I don't know about you guys. I had a good weekend. Pretty relaxing. Did a bunch of cleaning on Saturday. I think that's like one of the best feelings is when you get done cleaning a lot of stuff and you're like, wow, like I can relax now. I'd way rather do that on a Saturday. So then Sunday, I don't have any stress. Like did all my laundry, got all that stuff knocked out, and then, just had a good weekend.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, dude. Pretty cool. I didn't really do a whole lot this weekend. Yesterday was my dad's birthday. Didn't really do much. Just hung out. Played the guitar for a while. I think I shoveled the other day too, maybe a little bit. But yeah.
Yeah, I will say your driveway's looking a whole lot better than what it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a safe walking surface now.
Yeah.
It was not before.
It was not before. I broke a shovel in the driveway. So now we're down one shovel. I bought it last week or whatever. Yeah, last week. And now it's broken. But that's what happens. You got to shovel ice. You break a shovel every now and then, especially the plastic ones.
Yeah. No, it's a shovel.
Yeah.
Life will go on.
Yeah.
Bill, anything crazy happening in your world?
Nothing really. Just worked. That's it. Nothing really notable.
Nothing crazy happened at work?
No. Just work.
Fair. I don't think anything crazy's happened in my work week. Not today.
No, besides just like silliness. But,
yeah, problems.
But whatever.
I just, at this point, I assume work is problems.
Yes.
Work is essentially just problem solving on the fly.
It's just a set of problems and you get to solve them.
And hopefully you can solve them.
Yeah.
It's frustrating when there's no solution viable.
Yes. And no one has found if the solution that everyone is saying might be a solution is actually an operational solution. That's honestly when the best solutions are.
Yeah. No, it's, yeah. But we're here.
Yeah.
It's another Monday. Chasing the end of the week, I feel like, again.
Dude, it's crazy that you're driving into Baltimore. You realize that, number one, it's like I thought there would be better snow plowing done.
Oh, no chance.
There's no reason why you can plow the snow and keep a lane perfectly clear until it splits off, and then it's like there's no more lane there anymore.
Yeah, there's like a quarter of a lane left. Yeah.
And then like if you drive further down, like at the building that I've been working at, it literally takes a 2-lane road, and then they they only, shovel
yeah, I called you last Friday, I think, when I drove further into the city than where you were at, and I was like, this is really shitty.
Yeah, it's not great.
No, it's not great.
Not great at all.
Driving in the city is already stressful enough, especially during traffic times. Add in lanes not being open and people not being smart about their lane changes. It's just a pain.
That is something that I feel like not a lot of people do well enough, is prioritizing changing lanes early enough. Like setting yourself up for the next turn.
I get it though, and especially with this where like you were saying, like the lane's clear and then all of a sudden it's not clear.
Exactly.
And like you may be assuming that like you're going to have a nice lane to drive through and then you're like, fuck. And
I will say that's something that I don't like about Apple Maps is like if you're driving in a new area or whatever, it doesn't tell you soon enough what lane you're going to need to be in for the next turn.
Yeah.
And that to
then
me...
you're 3 lanes over and you're like, holy shit, what do I do?
Yeah. And it's a new area, so you have no idea what you're actually supposed to expect. And now you're like, holy shit, either I miss my turn, which sometimes happens.
I hate that feeling, because then you're like, all right, hopefully there's a good way to go, or I have to turn around, which really blows.
Yep. Either I miss my turn, or I go straight, or I make my turn and I cause an accident. But that's where you see when people, like the saying is like, a bad driver never misses his exit.
I couldn't imagine, like back in the day when you had to rock, just paper maps, like there had to have been no good drivers.
Well, you probably wouldn't drive as much and into as many unknown locations. Less streets, maybe. I don't know. To me, it's like Like, you ever see like the black cab drivers out in is it London?
Oh, you're talking about like the black vehicles?
Yeah.
Yeah, in London, like the classic looking ones that have the
Yeah.
massive back seats.
Yeah, and like the drivers have to go through like an insane knowledge test of the city.
Yeah, I mean,
like crazy.
if you're gonna be a
knowledge.
professional driver in a city, I feel like you should be pretty knowledgeable about like.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Someone should be able to tell you an address and you're like, okay, I know where that is.
Yes.
And I know how to get there.
I mean, like, I feel like there's obviously a strategy and like a structure to it. You know, like that like the numbers are on certain sides of the street, and like as long as you know the street names, then you can kind of ballpark the area in the direction if you don't know exactly where it is.
Yeah. But you get to those big cities, there's a lot of streets.
There's a lot of
names, a lot of numbers. A
lot of streets.
And especially like some cities are tougher than others. Like you look at New York City and like it was designed to be a grid, so it's easy to kind of understand where things are. But you look at a city like DC,
DC's not bad.
But DC's not. I mean, it was built so that it's difficult to drive it.
It's not like gridded, even though it is in a way. It's more like a spoken wheel kind of vibe.
It's like it's kind of like a star.
And then Arlington is really Arlington's a shit show.
Yes, Arlington's like a bunch of weaving in and out.
Yes.
I mean, it's just the difference between like a very large, I mean, you can't say DC wasn't well thought out, but it was designed to be difficult. So
yeah, I mean, Arlington was too. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Well, DC was built so they could shoot down the roads from like a central location.
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be very difficult to invade it via ground.
Yeah. I mean, that's why all the roads are fucking insane.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just hate certain areas. Like you're not allowed to turn down certain roads during certain hours, which
during certain hours.
Yeah,
you'll be going straight, and then the part in front of you, you're not allowed to go in, and it's like, why can't I go there?
But if it was 3 hours later, you would.
But the next road to get there is not like.
No, it's not like the next road. It's not the next road.
You miss it. You miss a turn at the wrong time.
You talk about like the Clara Barton Parkway. Like certain hours, it's a one way road.
Yes. Certain hours, it's a one-way road.
Other hours, it's not.
Yep. Which is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, there are times I don't know, like sometimes I'm the first in the pack and I take that left.
Well, and like all of a sudden, or like you don't take that left, you're staying in like in your mind, what's the right way to drive. And then all of a sudden you just see a car like go down the opposite lane where it splits off and you're like, whoa, that's a bold move. But I mean, it's open.
Yeah.
You have no clue.
And then especially on Clara Barton Parkway where it's like, it will be both way traffic, and at some point
it stops.
It stops being both way, but you don't. It's not always like it's clear cut.
At that light,
and you see people just start pulling off into it. You're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
it's at that light.
Yeah,
yep, and then it will close back down. You don't know, and it's just a shit show driving around down there.
Yeah,
but whatever. I mean, out of all the cities I've driven in, honestly, DC isn't too bad in the right time.
Yeah, it's right time. I mean, that's probably all cities for the most part.
There are some cities where it's never the right time.
Yeah. I mean, New York's fine really late at night, but it has to be really late at night. I mean, but you still hit 800 lights, but like.
I mean, there's still traffic in New York City at late night anyway.
People but it's not nearly as bad.
Not nearly as bad.
It's not like bumper to bumper every light. You're like going one street.
Yeah, right. I mean, I found at least, going around the city. I mean, I think that it's called a Belt Parkway, east and west. You can get stuck at any time unless you're driving post like 2 a.m. 2 a.m. to like 6 or 5 a.m. anywhere in there is like a good time to leave. Even from like Long Island, driving off of Long Island, like you don't hit any traffic late night. And you can just skip right by through Brooklyn into Staten Island out to Jersey.
It's kind of funny, like this doesn't really have to do with that, but I saw a picture where like Europe was like flexing their rail system on the U.S. Like via they had a map of like all of Europe's trains, and then it just showed like the main trains in the U.S. and it's like they really do have us absolutely destroyed on the whole rail travel abilities.
They do.
And I kind of fuck with trains. It takes a while to get places, but like when you're on the train, it's kind of relaxing.
I just in my head, it's because they were countries prior to the United States, and then like they were just more mature when the trains became a mode of transportation, so they implemented better.
But they still are a massive.
Oh yeah.
They're still in mass use
Yes,
in Europe.
correct.
If we had them here and they were done well, we would use them.
That's arguable.
I think we would. I think if we had a better system, a better network of trains, they'd be utilized more.
I think closer to cities, yeah, but I mean,
but if you had an easier ability to go across country to go out west via the trains or go down south, and it was a better network and it was more developed, I think it would be used
more developed. I mean, that's hard, dude. That's a hard one because the reason why people fly is because of the time.
Yeah, well, I mean, you have to factor in, flying's quicker, but taking a train is a whole lot less hassle.
It depends on how you look at it, right? Like, how long does it take to take a train across America versus a 6-hour flight?
It would take you probably 32 to 48 hours.
Yeah. Like, would I rather be miserable for 6 or mundane for 30?
Yeah, but you also got to look at it as it's not 6 hours. Just like the train ride's not 36 on the dot. Like you're going and getting, it's still that 2 hours of sitting in the terminal or hour and a half, whatever it is. I mean, it's more than 6, but it's well less than 30 plus. Yeah. So, I mean, it definitely in that world makes sense. But I think, arguably like the long distance travel absolutely makes sense to take a plane. But like if I were to be able to go to like upstate New York and it was going to be like a 7-hour train ride that if we had more of them, I think it would be cheaper too. So like like to go to New York City right now, it still cost you on a good day like $50 to $100 to take the train one way from BWI to New York City, Mahone Station or whatever the hell it is. If there were a lot more of them to go different places, I think it would be cheaper. So like the difference of having to spend, $140 to fly from BWI to JFK. If it was only like $15 to take the train, like I think you'd see a lot more people doing it.
I mean, the New York trip is an interesting one because of how close it really is. You spend 45 to 50 minutes in the air, 40 maybe less. I mean, from Maryland to New York is such a short trip, but like you burn about an hour and a half in the airport.
Yeah.
So
and you're flying into JFK and you're not going into the heart of the city.
Exactly. So is that worth it when you could drive to 3 hours?
Yeah, I mean, then it just comes into driving and then parking,
driving.
Like, I truly think the train is the best way to travel to New York City. Personally, I would prefer to take the train over the flying route, or unless I somehow had a private jet or something, and then when I got to JFK, they could helicopter me into the city. But I'm not in that tax bracket.
You can drive into New Jersey in like Secaucus.
Yeah,
just train right in.
Yeah, and park, and I mean that's like
granted that's another $30 in parking per day.
Yeah,
on top of tolls it took to you to get there and gas to get there, and then a ticket to get in.
Yeah, I mean it's not. No matter how you go about it, it's not necessarily cheap. So if the train's plausible, especially, I mean I think typically if you get on the Acela train, which is the nicer of the two trains, and then if you're able to get business class, like it's.
But then you got to think. Now I'm like in a strict time limit, right? Because those trains will stop running.
Yeah,
those aren't 24 hours.
Yeah, you have to time it. But I mean, if you flew, it'd be the same way.
Yes.
Like you have a set trip.
I guess in New York, my argument is for driving.
Yeah, I mean driving's great.
That's if you don't park in Secaucus. If you go into the city, that's because if you park in Secaucus, you're still limited to when the last train leaves from Manhattan to Secaucus. Which is about 1 a.m. So I don't know. I mean, if it was where we are right now to like DC, I would take a train 9 times out of 10. If it was a more robust, more reliable system. And it was a little more spread out, so you didn't have to get as close to DC to get into DC.
Yeah, if they had stops further out here, it would be worth it. I mean, there is one that runs from Baltimore into Union Station, but you still have to go, I think, to BWI.
Yes.
To take that, so you'd still have to drive to BWI to get there.
Yeah. Which for me is not in the right direction.
If you live in Baltimore, though, it is pretty easy to get to that train. So if you lived in Baltimore and worked in DC, it's so much nicer just having to get on a metro station, and that takes you pretty much all the way home compared to having to drive. Just the
not having to do the actual
100%. And I think that goes for the train too.
Because then you're like you're
too.
off.
Is like you don't have to have to drive in that situation. Like you don't have to deal with the turnpike or anything like that.
Yep.
Like
New York City's great. I mean, you live in any of the boroughs, you can pretty much do whatever you want 24/7. You'll be able to get anywhere you need to go without a car.
Yeah, I mean the amount of people who don't drive there is it's mind blowing.
It's not even like the amount of people who don't have cars; it's the amount of people who don't even have a license.
Yes,
it's just not needed.
Yes,
at all.
Yep.
Which is pretty cool.
It is cool, but it always blows my mind when I meet someone who's in their 20s and they don't know how to drive. I'm like, I've never driven. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah. When I was in college, like some of the pledges, they would be like, I don't know how to drive. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, someone who I was friends with in Colorado, like he was from Long Island, and he'd have to take his passport to all the bars. I'm like, why don't you just bring your driver's license? Like, I don't have a driver's license.
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't have a driver's license? It was a little bit more of a stretch for him though, because like I'm like, dude, you've lived here for like 9 years now. Like you think he probably would have gotten on that. Like this is Fort Collins, Colorado, not New York City. Like if you want to go to the airport and you don't have a ride to get there, you have to take the bus.
Someone I know, she did not grow up in New York. She just started going there for school, but they don't have their license. To me, that's a little weird, just because like now that they're there, they don't want to get their license, and I'm like, I think you should still get your license. Like
having your license, not having your license, I feel like is more of a hindrance. Like if you have the ability to go and get it, you should go and get it. Because if you ever travel and you need to rent a car, or there's ever an emergency situation where there is a car available, but then you're like, I can't drive, like that.
I would hate it if like I don't know, like something happened. I break a leg or some shit, and like, let's say my significant other's like, I don't know how to drive. Like, well, that's fucked.
Yeah, it's going to be some on-the-job training.
Yeah, you really better fucking learn, because holy shit. But
God forbid you have a stick shift.
Yeah, shit, yeah, that's true. That would not happen. No. There is no way in hell.
No.
That could ever work.
No, you'd have to pray that these people have good hand-eye foot coordination.
Yeah. Is that something I need to start looking for? And
just never.
It's like, hey, so can you just like play hacky sack real quick for me, just so I know that's there? All right, cool.
You know what's crazy is like one of the shows I listen to. They're in San Francisco right now for the Super Bowl, and they're like talking about like how like all of the cars are those Waymo self-driving cars out there. Like we haven't adopted that for shit.
We have some Waymos in DC.
A couple, but they're like the vast majority of the cars on the road are Waymos.
Oh, that's weird.
In the city, at least. I don't know about the surrounding areas, but like in the city, they're like it's like every other car is a Waymo.
That's super weird. Which city is this in?
San Francisco.
San Francisco. Yeah, I don't really have any plans to go out there anytime soon.
I'd like to go to San Francisco.
Once I heard that they have like the most poop per capita on the street, it's just like I was like, maybe not. Sounds like a dirty
I think it's
city.
like I think it's probably cleaner than you'd think. I think there's areas that are probably shitholes, just like every city, major city. Like there's good areas and there's bad areas, and I'm thinking the good areas there outweigh the bad areas.
I just got to get over there when Xi Jinping is in town.
Yeah, clean everything up for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to go to Alcatraz. I want to see the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I mean, the Bay Area itself is just like a endless pit of money.
Yeah.
So like it has to have nice areas. Like there's no chance that
you're right.
it's just a bunch of shit. It's Silicon Valley, like.
No. Yeah, I mean you're not wrong.
Those types of places I like to also just be like go on a drive and like see the houses.
Oh yeah,
because it's just a different experience. Like along along the Virginia side on the Potomac, like you see some of those houses, but from the roads you don't get a real like feel, like you can't really tell how big they are because they sit over the cliff.
Mm-hmm.
They look down on
you're
the
driving
Potomac.
past it.
Yeah,
so
and you're
like,
driving past it quickly.
Yeah.
But I feel like out there, like you go into the hills and like you can like take your time and you're like, holy shit, like these houses are huge.
Yeah.
I want to go do that.
There's some monsters out there.
Yeah, and it's just like there's so many different like styles too.
Yeah.
I just want to go on like a house tour.
Same. I've always wanted to be the guy that goes to people's houses and be like, hey, like, what do you guys do for a living?
Yeah, can I take a tour of your house?
Place out? Like, would love to check it out. But I don't know. I haven't found anyone who's like, yeah, let's fucking go do it. So never done it. But I think it'd be cool. That and like Vale.
Those area, yeah. No, there's like some sneaky housing developments out there where you like kind of like drive past and you're like, whoa, these houses are really big. And those are all kind of like lodge style houses. Aspen's really like the craziest thing because you go into the town, it's in a valley. In the summertime, you can come down Independence Pass, which takes you kind of like the back way into Aspen. During the wintertime, you can only come through the other way from 70. But if in the summertime, it's a really cool drive, especially in the fall when the aspen trees are changing colors. But you come down and you get into Aspen and you're like, holy shit, this place is really nice. Like I've never been in a mountain town that just has like a Gucci store and a Louis Vuitton store. Like this is weird as fuck. Everyone's dressed like really like bougie like you can tell like there's just a difference in my sweatshirt wearing ass and like the person who's wearing like some crazy clothes that are probably from a designer brand I've never heard of.
Yeah.
But you get in Aspen and the mountain, like the ski slopes are like here and you're like looking at them. And then you turn your head and you look at the opposing side of the valley and it's just the biggest fucking houses ever. And you're like, what the fuck do these people do?
They all go to Epps Island, dude.
Yeah, I mean, most of them are probably good friends with Jeff.
Eating
and then it's just a bunch of celebrities and shit.
Yeah.
Like, I still don't know how you have to have so much money to be like, I'm going to buy a $50 million house.
Yeah.
And that's like my second house. Like I don't live there. Actually, no one actually is there 99% of the year.
No, it's just all vacation homes. And just huge investments, really.
Yeah.
To me, it's just crazy. You gotta be stupid rich. Like stupid rich to be living out there. Or have a home out there.
Well, yeah.
I also feel like there's some, like, I don't know, Montana, I feel like has some crazy nice houses out there.
Oh yeah, Bozeman definitely has some super nice houses.
Yeah.
But there's so much more land there where like I think your average massive home has like 100 acres. So it's a little bit probably harder to see some of those houses compared to like in Aspen, it's like they're built on the side of a mountain that you can see.
Granted, I feel like Maryland has some like pretty nice houses too.
For sure. Like very specific areas like Potomac.
Mm-hmm.
That area is just like funny because it's like they're like palatial mansions. They're like built as if they like, kind of look like they fit into the DC architecture. So like a lot of columns, like big square buildings. And you're like, the new ones that are being built to look like that, I'm like, this is just funny looking. I'm like, you guys are building a palatial mansion.
Well, like you've seen Zuck's new estate.
Yeah, his is different though. His is like a modern take.
Yeah. Well, that's
if you find his house on Google Maps, it blurs out the building.
We were the ones who found that out.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, we did that.
Some bullshit. You shouldn't be able to pay to do that.
No,
my house, if you can see my house on Google Maps, he shouldn't be able to blur his whole street out.
Oh yeah, I bet you if you go down there, they might have.
They have blockers.
Oh, they just block the street off.
Yeah, there's. Because I think Obama's house is right there, and then I forget who lives right across the street from him, but it's like that street is just like the ultra rich.
Yeah.
So I think it's like a one way.
Doesn't Bezos own? There's like a block in DC.
He owns a block. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the most outrageous.
Where in DC is that?
I forget what street it's on, but it's in that area. I think Obama lives right down the street from there. Like that area is just,
like out in Georgetown area.
I thought
he owned it like in the city.
It's in the city. It's in I think it's kind of near Colorama area, like kind of near the Spanish Steps. that area back there is either ultra rich embassies. Like it's funny when you see an embassy and it's just like a house.
Yep.
But it's a monster house, just like huge.
Uh-huh.
And you're like, oh, that's Ecuador's embassy? Like, it's kind of odd.
Dude, driving down DC, I mean, you'll be driving down a normal road, and then next thing you know, you're like on fucking Embassy Isle, and there's just embassies everywhere.
Yeah, and they're just houses. But like mansions.
Mansions on a street.
But then you see the big embassies, like the German embassy is huge.
I mean,
the Japanese embassy
the big
is huge.
embassies are big.
Yeah, the Japanese one's super cool because they have like, I think they have the biggest koi pond in the U.S. It's, from my understanding, it's massive. The German one looks very German.
Yeah,
like the design of it looks very German. I don't know where the UK embassy is. I don't know if I've seen it. But then you also have embassies just in buildings.
Yeah.
You'll just see a line of people outside of a commercial building, and you're like, "What's going on?" And then you like look at like that one suite right there, and it's like just an embassy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the smaller countries not so much interested in spending big monies here to get big.
Well, I think a lot of the places will lease them, like they'll lease the embassies, like from the U.S. government.
That makes sense. DC is a cool place. I always wish the buildings were taller. It does make it feel less big city.
Yeah, especially when you look across the water and Arlington has big buildings.
Yes.
Bigger buildings.
It's funny because they have like what I would say would be like 10, but there's probably way more than that. It's just like when you're looking over there, you're not like counting them. So like I see like the major like 4 or 5 buildings that are sitting there,
right on the water.
Like Raytheon, those buildings right there, all the defense contractors sitting right there.
Overseeing the money that they're going to get out of our good old government. Yeah.
Yep, right over the water, dude, just staring us down. I mean, you can see the White House from those buildings for sure.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've been in one of the suites up towards the tops of one of the buildings that has like the prime view into DC. Like they have a rooftop there that they rent on July 4th for the fireworks. And I think it's like $100,000 to rent it, like the rooftop for that event. But I was in the suite and I was talking to the guy and he's like, when the people raided the Capitol building, he's like, I was just sitting here with binoculars, literally watching them like break into the Capitol. He was like, it was pretty surreal. But he's like, I had the best view like you could ever have.
Imagine watching the fireworks from that one place that we do rooftop work at.
Yeah, that'd be a cool spot.
Yeah,
but I think I'd rather be across the water in some of the taller buildings.
Oh yeah. I mean, Arlington is a nice ass city.
Yeah,
I really like Arlington. It's too bad it's so far away, but I actually do like Arlington a lot.
It's got a pretty young crowd too, so like living there is cool if you're in your mid-20s. You know, like there's stuff to do. I mean, I wouldn't say it's like the craziest scene on earth, but
no,
like
but that's not my vibe. More lively. You know what I mean? I'm not really. I don't really want to. Well, that's not true. Like I really do. I think New York's my favorite city. So I can't say
New York's really cool, but I've been to some really cool cities that I like, more historic cities that I think are like would be cool to be living in
abroad.
Yeah, I mean, in the U.S., like
I was about to say, I don't know.
New York City's really cool. I mean, Los Angeles was pretty cool, but I wasn't old enough to really experience it. I think just like the climate in Los Angeles makes it really cool. Bingo. Like I don't really know if the city and the fact that it sits there on the water.
Well, and I mean, like Hollywood.
Yeah, I mean, just the idea of Los Angeles is really cool. But Denver's cool just because it sits right there in the mountains. But I wouldn't say there's anything incredibly special about it. I spent a lot of time there, so I wouldn't say that like that's up there. But I mean,
Charlotte's an interesting little city too.
Charlotte's smaller than I thought it would be.
Charlotte is smaller than I thought it would be. I like their public transportation in Charlotte.
Like I feel like just like the footprint of Charlotte's not very big.
It's not very big. It's actually a pretty like tight city.
Yeah. Because you look at it on the map and you're like, wow, like the downtown's not huge, and then it's pretty much just suburbs kind of after that.
Which is cool. It's cool, and the only reason why I think it's a cool city really is because how easy it is to get from the suburbs into the city on their little light rails that they just like, it's super, super simple.
I could see that.
Super easy. And they're all, our age people. I mean, like when we went down there, we saw people, that we knew from high school.
Yeah, no, I think it's a big hub for young adults, and people post college and such.
Oh yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think that like I've been to some cities abroad, a lot of cities abroad, and I think there's like just the vibe there is it's cooler. Not to say that like it would work out like working there and like I think your pace of life and like enjoyment would probably be pretty high, but like I don't know if like ultimately it's like a place where you're gonna thrive.
Mm-hmm.
But like I mean, cities in Croatia would be sweet, like Split and Zadar, like sitting right on the water. They're just like really beautiful cities, and like Split was really weird too because like you have this Roman um this area that was built during the Roman era, and it's like a palace, but then inside of it you have the communist Croatian period where they just have like communist building inside of the palace, like just a fucking square building with like it like no architecture, just like, and it's so crazy. But then you have all the water and like a lot of places to walk and stuff, but like I said, like I don't think living there would make a whole lot of sense,
Yeah.
as far as work and stuff. And then I mean Paris would be super cool, like just like the area.
Mm-hmm.
Tons of walking areas, like right by the water and stuff. Like I think Paris would be pretty sweet along the river. I mean, Geneva in Switzerland was like the cleanest place on earth. Like that was pretty cool. But yeah, I don't. Some places in Germany would be kind of cool, but it seems like everything I see now is like a lot of the cities are turned to shit.
That's why we got to get you out to the Asian cities.
I'd love to go to like somewhere in South Korea, like Seoul. Seoul
Seoul's
would be
pretty cool.
sweet. Tokyo would be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like the scale of those cities and how many people are there, I think would be very interesting.
Yeah.
Like
I
would,
mean, Tokyo's fucking huge.
yeah. Well, and just like how lit up it is, like DVLED walls everywhere,
Yep.
like
Yep.
like massive signage everywhere, like just the vibe there is very,
Oh yeah.
very
Bullet trains,
colorful
fucking-
and stuff. Yeah.
I feel like it just feels super high tech. I feel like that's where some Chinese cities also feel like too. It's like mega high tech.
Yeah. And I think like going to like Dubai would be interesting. Like, I don't
Mhm.
think it would be like a place I'd want to live, but like to go and
No.
see the tallest building on earth and just like how much they've built in a desert that has nothing.
Yeah.
Would be very interesting.
I agree.
But yeah, there's a lot of cities that I would love to go to and check them out. Like Amsterdam's probably sweet. Like it's not, you're
Yeah.
not seeing skyscrapers per se, really, but
No.
like just it seems like everyone there enjoys it.
Yeah, I think everyone who goes there likes it too. Sometimes I want to get up to like Toronto, Montreal,
Montreal would be really cool, like Quebec
like
City.
Quebec City. Yep. Yeah, do that kind of trip because those are pretty close. I mean, in
Yeah, I mean, we
theory.
could do that over a long weekend or something.
yeah.
Oh, we should.
Yeah, we probably should. It's
I'd be
pretty
down to
sick.
go up there. I mean, I've been to like Niagara Falls. I've been on the Canada side and stuff, and like that area is pretty cool. But it's super touristy. Like I think that
Yeah.
that whole area right there is purely off.
Well, I want to
tourism.
get to Toronto because I want to verify and validate: is the Toronto accent actually a thing, or is that just some hoax we're getting in America?
some to my word.
Because if
man.
that's legit, I'm never going back. But
You're never going back to Toronto. You're never coming back here.
to Toronto,
Oh,
I would do anything to come back if I find out that's a real accent.
mm-hmm.
I don't know if I could stay any longer if I realized everyone we were talking to was like, "Tutu's my word, fam."
I mean, I think we'd have to find a pretty young crowd to get that out of them.
I think so too. But I have this overarching feeling that the majority of Canadians are actually pretty friendly people, and like
Oh yeah, I
wanna-
would think so.
so. I mean, I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean, I went on a trip to Tremblant.
Not sure where that is.
It's in
Also
Canada.
French Canada.
Yeah. It's a ski town, ski resort, and like that was really cool because the architecture that they they plan this ski town on looks like you're in like the French Alps. So it feels like you're in like the
Yeah.
Alps, and like all of the architecture feels like
That's
you're
cool.
in like France. And I can say like I've been to the French Alps, and like it's pretty damn spot on, like as far as what it looks like.
Talking about skating on lakes, Lake Ontario freezes.
Yeah.
That's like a well-known one.
Getting out to a place where like where you just have like hundreds of people out on the ice, and like there's little games going on and stuff like that would be really cool.
I've sometimes wanted to go to that hockey town in Minnesota.
War Road?
Yeah, where TJ Oshie's from.
Yeah, War Road.
Because, I mean, I just want to know what that's like just to go out there during hockey season. Because the way they talk about it, it sounds like the whole town revolves around hockey.
I would assume so. There's probably
Like-
not a whole lot else going on there
like
besides
kids be
hockey and riding their
Yeah.
snowmobiles.
Yeah, like kids like don't go to school during the hockey season and shit. They just play hockey all the time.
It sounds like a pretty sweet way to grow up.
I mean, yeah, that sounds awesome. Sounds awesome. And then, of course, one of the people that come from your area is just,
Well, I think there's a lot of them that came from that area.
yeah, just dirty at hockey.
Yeah, I think they have a pretty good
Filthy
success
mess.
rate.
I always wish Detroit was like a nicer city because that would have been a pretty cool city.
I've
right
been
there
I've
on
been
the
to Detroit.
Yeah.
I went there this past summer.
Oh,
Yeah, I went to play golf up there. So I flew into Detroit. Like I didn't really go into the heart of the city, but like also seemed like another city where like like the actual city center itself wasn't as big as you'd expect it to be, and then it's just
Yeah.
a lot of suburbs.
I don't remember the city too well. I remember looking over the water and seeing Canada, and it's right there.
I never went near the I did go near the lake, but like I had a view. I drove and kind of had a view, but I don't think I saw Canada when I was there.
Yeah, I mean, we went up there for hockey. And so we got the whole thing. I remember going to the Joe Louis Arena, playing hockey out there. And then I remember getting yelled at by some dude in the street. He was on like an 8-foot ladder standing over the sidewalk, screaming at people to follow Jesus.
You gotta love a good preacher.
And like got in my face and was yelling at me. I remember that. That was pretty memorable. I remember going to the Ford factory.
Yeah,
Was that in Dearborn?
yeah, I think it's potentially. I think they have numerous locations throughout the
Yeah.
different
Then we went out to like
different
University
R&D
of
areas
Michigan.
and stuff. Yeah,
We went to like the factory. I don't know. They were
yeah,
building.
like the actual factory.
Yeah,
and
they're
I
building
think they have a
Raptors.
couple. I think they have a couple factories, but yeah, I think there's one really big one.
Yeah, and then we went out to the University of Michigan, watched some hockey out there at Yost, played at Yost.
I'm trying to go to Chicago. Everything that I hear about
Yeah.
Chicago is amazing.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing too.
Like the downtown area, like the Riverwalk area.
Yeah, everything about it seems like a great
It's
city.
like a New York City vibe.
Yeah, but
but
with
like-
water internal.
But yeah, with a
And then a huge lake.
huge lake that like you can swim in.
Yeah.
And then also like
I mean, it looks like a fucking ocean.
but like it's safer than swimming in the Hudson.
Yeah.
For health reasons.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, no, Chicago's definitely on my list of places I want to go and check out.
Same. Chicago. I don't know why, but like part of me wants to go to like Idaho, like Boise.
Boise would be cool. Coeur d'Alene, I think, would be really cool.
Obviously Vegas. I haven't been to Vegas. I've had layover in Vegas, but I never like actually went to Vegas.
Vegas
I wanna
sounds
go
like
to
fun.
Seattle and like go through the like that northwest like forest
Yeah.
vibes.
Yeah, Seattle would be really cool. Vegas is cool. Like, it'd be fun to go gamble. I think Vegas would be fun, though, when I have a lot of money and I can gamble.
I think I would
and
want to
not-
go there for like a night.
Yeah, I think, like, I think
really
I'd
know if
want,
wanna
like,
go any more than that.
3 days maximum.
3 days to me would be a stretch. I think at some point it's like, okay, I get it, and now I'm just spending money.
Well, yeah, that's why I said I need enough money to, like, not be concerned about
Right,
spending money.
right.
Because I'd want to gamble. I'd want to go to, like, some of, like, the pool clubs and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
those seem cool.
See, like, a magic show or something. Because, I mean, you got to see a show while you're there, or a comedy
Yeah,
show
yeah.
or something.
Something.
But yeah, once that wears off, which I think 3 days would be plenty for the feeling to wear off, I think I'd be good to leave.
Probably want to go to one of those like prime rib steakhouses.
I just
See
feel
if
like
they're
all the
any good.
steakhouses there are just like cost too much money.
Yeah. They also give you like 5 pounds of beef on a plate, and there's no way you're finishing that.
No.
It's like I'm
Not
not
a
even
chance.
making a dent, dude. Like it's like I'll take it home with me, but
And it's like I'm going to Texas for the first time in like a month and a half.
oh nice.
So like that'll be interesting. Like it'll be interesting to see what Texas is like. Hopefully it's not cold when I'm
Well,
there.
when are you going?
Sometime in March, middle of March.
Middle March, hell yeah.
So hopefully it's nice and warm.
I don't know, man. Usually mid March it gets cold again.
Yeah.
But
But-
typically like it's really cold around my birthday. Which kind of like later March, but
I think it'd be cool to go to Mexico. Go to like go to
no.
Cabo.
I got no interest in Mexico.
I don't really necessarily want to go to the east coast of Mexico, but Cabo on the west coast I think would be nice.
I have no like. There's nothing that someone could tell me that would sell me on Mexico. Only because I know that. I mean, their own people aren't safe. Like I don't want to go there.
Yeah, I mean you have to go to the right places. Like you wouldn't just go freelance touring through Mexico.
Yeah, I mean, even in the right places, I feel like it's sketchy.
I mean,
It's just, like, sketchy in
Cabo's
general.
like an extension of the U.S. almost. Like it's pretty much.
It's
like,
still Mexico.
Yeah, I mean it. Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
but the cartels need us there. Like the areas where the cartel business runs and they rely on tourism. Typically, they're pretty. They don't make. It's
I was
it's bad
100%
for business for them to fuck over Americans.
I was 100%. Like, it sold me 100% that I'll never go to Mexico when Callum Robinson, the PLL player, and his brother got murdered on the beach.
Yeah, that's not good.
Cartel just pulled up and murdered them both on the beach, and
Yeah, that's not good.
And I was like, no, because I always thought it was one of those things where it's like everyone's protected who goes there because we're giving them money, but then it turns into
They were probably
not
on
everybody.
they were probably on like the East Coast, so like Cancun,
we
Isla
can find
Mujeres.
out real quick. Transition that over. Callum Robinson. This guy. Where were they?
Oh, so they stole their car. Uh-huh.
Where were they though? In Mexico. But Baja California.
No, so they were actually on the West Coast. Yeah, no bueno.
No bueno at all. Max's claims West Coast.
Yeah, because I was completely wrong.
I mean, that's one case, but it just so happens that that case revolves around.
It's one of those
someone who
places
is
though, like where
notable.
you get to your resort, don't leave your resort.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like no need to go.
And like my problem is like, dude, like I can control myself and all that, but like maybe I just get like maybe it's the first time. I can't. I don't know. I don't want to be in a position where like I do something stupid in another country.
Well, the goal is to really never do anything stupid in another country because you're asking for it to go really poorly.
But I'd rather do something stupid like in Canada than something stupid in Mexico.
Yeah, I would agree.
I don't think if like the same interaction with someone that could go south in Mexico in Canada would be
Yeah,
same
maybe you get the
result.
shit beat out of you, but I don't
Yeah.
think they're gonna like chop your head off.
I don't
likely.
think they're gonna like cut my penis off and like make me eat it.
Yeah, no,
type
I'd say
shit.
that's not as plausible. It'd be cool to go to like Brazil to go to what is it? Not Sao Paulo. Yeah, wherever the hell that is.
Rio?
Rio, yeah, Rio would be really cool.
Yeah.
Another
Rio
place
de
that's
Janeiro.
pretty sketchy, but like
Very sketchy.
would be really cool to go to Rio and check it out.
Yeah, dude. Very sketchy. But yeah, I agree. Something like that. I think each would be cool if they didn't have those guys just trying to like pressure you all the time into like tours and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to see the pyramids
Oh yeah.
at some point in my life. Also, like that area in Jordan where like they're like kind of in just like those cave areas, and they have like the crazy like sculpted out like I don't know how to describe what I'm saying because I don't know the name of it, but
Is it like on a mountainside or something?
yeah, kind of. Hold on, let me look it up.
They're like temples carved into the side of the mountain.
They are?
Mhm.
This is what I assume they're used for. I don't know.
Petra.
They're just old.
Petra. Jordanian.
That's what it be. Oh, the city's called Petra.
Yeah, it's an ancient city, but it's like
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'd be really cool to go there.
In Jordan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be really
To go
cool
see
too.
some stuff like that. Like I think that would be really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, like that's real history right there. Like old history. Going places that date back really long ago are like very interesting to go to.
I agree.
Because it's like what would I just sit there and I'm like, what was it like when this was like a bustling community?
Dude, I'd also like to go out to like remote Alaska.
I was talking to someone about that yesterday, actually. I would really enjoy going to where you get the truck, you just have like a shitload of gas and cans, and like you're camping pretty much the whole way, and like you're just going till the road ends. That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Or
Just
go
look
on
at
like
the
a bush
mountains.
plane or something.
Yeah. I just want to look at the mountains and stuff. And it seems like a really nice area. I want to get out back to Colorado, to be honest with you. That was a really cool trip, and I want to get back out there because I didn't see enough of Colorado. I feel like we got a taste of what it was like and like what the mountain range right there, but we didn't really.
No, it'd be fresh to
break
go to
into
like
it.
the Great Sand Dunes National Park. Like look that up. Like that's like you wouldn't expect this to be in Colorado.
Great Sand Dunes National Park.
Yeah, look at some images here. Like
wow.
Yeah, it's like crazy because you just have like this desert just like sitting up.
That's in Colorado?
Yeah, south of Colorado Springs.
That is really nice.
Yeah, it's just like it's such a weird environment and like landscape.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And that mountain range down there, like this, I think that's the San Luis, like are like really, really cool. It's a cool mountain range compared to like where we were in Colorado. Like a different kind of, it's a little bit more jagged, I think, more steep.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we should definitely get back out to Colorado.
For sure, dude.
That looks weird. That looks weird.
There's a lot of places that I want to go that are just it's more just like finding the time to chunk this all out.
It's the toughest part about like growing up and feeling like you got to have a job that's stable and stuff. It's like, well, it's like hard to feel like you can take a vacation. When I see people who just seem to travel all the time, I'm like, how do you work a job? And there's not even, I don't like, it doesn't even matter like remote wise. Like if you work remotely, like I still have a very hard time figuring out how you can work and do all this traveling. And like, it's just crazy to me.
Yeah, dude. I see it, and I always ask myself, I'm like, okay, did they do this during, like, because in college you would see people travel, but it, you know, kind of everyone's on the same vibe where it's like you travel with your college friends, but now it's like people are just traveling multiple times a year, and I don't understand how they're making that happen. Is it like, it just doesn't make sense. It's like, where are you getting this time to not work? Because I don't want to go on a travel vacation and work while I'm traveling.
No, it doesn't sound as enjoyable. Not at all. I mean, there's always, I think at this point in our lives and stuff, like what jobs that we do, there's probably always going to be some work involved in it. But like minimal is the goal. Minimal to none.
Yeah, if I can be as efficient as I can possibly be with my time, that'd be great. With work in like relative to work and minimizing the amount of hours spent to do the same job would be great.
I just feel like stressed out if I like request like 4 days off in a row. It's like, which I shouldn't at all. But like, it just it's like they've ingrained it into my brain that I should feel guilty about taking time off.
Same, and I still do it. I just take the guilt.
Yeah.
I just like eat it up. And like I always do this thing like where it's like if I'm taking like a lot of time off, I'm like, oh fuck, dude. Like now I gotta like I have to remain somewhat available.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like that feeling.
No.
Because like I shouldn't have to feel that way. Like I shouldn't feel like I need to remain available when I'm taking time off.
No. Because then it's not, and it's, you don't ever really feel fulfilled with taking your time off.
No, dude. And my problem also is like I don't turn my emails off, like, so I just get emails and there's never like, hey, I'm out of office. People call me.
That's why we have to go on vacations to remote areas where there is no cell service.
Yeah. Or like another country where it's like I need to pay a hell of money to use.
The problem is that's no longer really the case.
It's Wi-Fi, internet.
Well, Wi-Fi and just like nowadays with the phone providers, it's not as expensive as you'd think to have like a 2-week plan or like a month plan and be like $50.
When I went to Korea, it was like super cheap to just. I mean, they got Wi-Fi everywhere.
Well, yeah.
Like you could just no matter where you are.
Mm-hmm.
Like one company will have Wi-Fi everywhere. So you never need to use cell service. Right?
Yeah, we just got to get a trip lined out. I mean, it's something that me and Gabby talk about all the time. Is like we're like, oh, we just have to do it. We just have to plan it, and it's like next thing you know, a week goes by,
and you haven't talked about it.
Yeah, or like we haven't really hashed anything out, and then next thing you know, another week's gone by.
Yeah,
and then another week goes by, and then you're like, it's the next year, and you're like, wow, we didn't go on vacation last year. We didn't go anywhere. I'm like, I want to go somewhere tropical. Like, why is it that difficult?
I've been planning a vacation since I went to Colorado in 2021, and I haven't made it. So every time I talk about it, we have a great conversation about it, and it's never heard of it for another month or 2 months. And then we'll have a conversation about it. We'll talk about where we want to go, and every time we get a little bit closer, a little more detail, a little more, and then nothing. And eventually,
I think the biggest thing is like you just have to in the moment buy the flights or like or reserve the hotel. Like once you do that, then it's in motion.
It's pulling the trigger. Dude.
It's pulling the trigger and spending money.
But it's just like a commitment. You know what I mean? I think that's really where it gets me is like committing to the fact that like in 8 months I'm not going to be sick. I'm going to be okay. Everything's going to be fine.
That's also the worst part is like I feel like I get sick at the worst fucking moments.
Yeah.
And it's always like it's like, man, like if I had just gone on vacation the week prior, I would have been feeling incredible.
That's why like you're coming out to your vacation, you got to start like, you know, you're like a month and a half out, start licking stuff. Just start licking door handles, get sick now so that you're good then. You know what I mean? Like, dude, are you about to sneeze into my face, my mouth? I'm going to, every time you cough, I'm going to be right there. Just every time. Like, get me sick now so I can be okay then.
Like, I can say, like, I was definitely, like, very privileged growing up in the sense that, like, every 2 years we kind of did, like, a bigger trip, whether it was abroad or it was, you know, to Wyoming or Colorado or something like that. Like, it was something that we just did, and it was every 2 years. And, you know, I understand why it was every 2 years because it's, like, the idea of saving money and, like, actually, you know, like, doing it the smart way. And I'm like, I want to go on a trip every fucking 4 months. Like, how do I do that?
Yeah.
How do I become like some stock dude, some like stock junkie who just like makes money while he travels?
Fuck that. I don't want to be a stock fucking guy. You know what I mean? Like
I'd be okay with it if
you're making money,
making me money.
You're making money, sure, dude. But like you see those guys who they're making money, making a lot of money, and then one stupid trade. Not making money anymore.
Oh, for sure.
Blow your brains out.
Yeah, very quickly they start eating lead.
Well, it's just because every time you have a win, you're like, I want the next bigger win. So at a certain point, then you're putting all your money out there chasing that one massive win, and it, you know what, that option didn't work out, or that put that you put in, you know, now you're in debt $400,000.
You went to short something and it went up.
Yeah. No, I mean.
Yeah, no, for sure, dude.
But having some passive income, and like I'm not saying like the people who are doing, you know, trading stocks every day is not passive income. I wouldn't say.
No, it's not.
But if you could have a couple trades go on throughout your year that, bring in 10,000, 15,000, you get a couple wins in there, and then vacation seems a whole lot easier.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Shit, if you have one win that's $10,000, it's like, okay, I can go on vacation. I can save a bunch of money too.
Yeah. That's why, Max, you got to save up like 2 months of your money, like paycheck money. Go to the casino, put it all down on one hand.
Yeah,
you either lose it.
You either double your money or you lose your money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you take it to the roulette wheel and you put it all in a number and you either multiply it by 36 or you lose it all.
You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, do that.
Put down like $6,000 on a number, hit that number, walking away with a bunch of money.
Bunch of money. Vacations. Let's go. Yeah, it would be sick.
Yeah. No need to work for a while after that.
Yeah. I would like to go on a trip soon, but.
Yeah. No, it's something that I'm working on my end. It just sucks because flights, I always feel like should be cheaper than they are when I go to look for them.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that really holds me back where I'm like, okay, I go and look and it's like, why is this flight? Why is one way $490?
Yep.
I'm like, that really sucks.
It really sucks. It's bullshit, dude.
It's like, why can't this be $100?
Right. It would make it way more accessible.
Mm-hmm.
But.
And then, of course, with the job, I'm not flying midweek on a Tuesday.
Right.
I'm trying to fly out on a Thursday or Friday when everyone else on Earth is trying to fly out. And it's expensive. And I get why it's expensive, but it's like, fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I want to be where I'm at during the weekend. Where I'm going. You know what I mean? I want to go somewhere for the weekend, if anything.
Yeah, because I don't have to use as much PTO or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't feel as bad about taking all the time off work, especially with projects going on. But if I was able to travel Tuesday through Tuesday, I'd save a lot of money on airfare probably.
Yeah, you would.
But taking 5 days off of work isn't convenient.
No, it is not. No, it is not, dude. I wish it was. I mean, it'd be great. I think somewhere in there it's possible to just, if you plan it out properly, to put in the time.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say I haven't done it. I went to the Keys last year for 7 days that I took PTO for. So it's it's not impossible. And I actually do it almost every year.
Yeah.
But now, I'm trying to, especially for me and Gabby, working around her schedule, finding somewhere where we can take the dog for the time we're gone and stuff. It's just more than just okay, I just get on a flight, I'm gone for a little while.
Yeah.
There's just a lot more coordination that needs to go into it. And it's not something that we can be oh, this Friday we're going to fly to Orlando. Not that I want to go to Orlando. That's just the first thing that came to my head.
Yeah.
And I know that flights to Orlando are cheap, but I do not want to go there.
No, not a whole lot for me in Orlando.
And I'd rather go to Tampa, but it costs way more money to fly to Tampa than it does to fly to Fort Lauderdale. But I'd rather go to Tampa than Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
And that really blows because I'm I don't really, I don't want to go to Miami per se. I have nothing to do in Miami.
Party, that's it.
Yeah, and that's spending a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, Bill. Where you want to go?
I don't know. Haven't really been thinking about it. And the vacation has not been on my mind at all. I just,
anywhere you would want to go?
I mean, not necessarily. Not any place over any other place. Maybe California, but I don't really have any aspirations to go anywhere super crazy. I mean, Japan would be nice, sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's probably the craziest thing that's on my mind in terms of that. Other than that, nothing. Maybe Australia.
Yeah.
But man, I just
Australia
have not been thinking about vacation at all.
Melbourne, Sydney. Pretty cool place.
In Australia, you can get a bunch of different environments. If you were to go inland, it's that, gritty, deserty kind of climate. And then you could be on the Gold Coast and it's beautiful beaches and stuff. Go out to the Great Barrier Reef and you're in pristine or as pristine of a reef you can get nowadays. There's a lot to do there. It's one of my other things where it's I don't want to just at this point really just travel places to do nothing. If I'm going to go and travel somewhere, I kind of want to do something. I have a hard time justifying like flying somewhere just to sit there and do nothing.
So for me, like, all right, go to another country. You can go on a couple of hikes. I don't really care for that too much, only because, I go to another country to experience the people. And as much as going on hikes and like going on looking at cool scenery and all that is great, and there's a time and place for that for sure, and that
So
is
you're
part of
telling
the
me
trip.
if you went to Australia, you would not go to the Great Barrier Reef?
Oh, I would.
I feel like that's a pretty big part.
No,
of
I
it.
would, but like my majority of it would be spent like.
I also think of Australia as kind of like an extension of Western culture, so it's not like I'm getting, and I would say like not necessarily like. I think I'd find more intrigue in like Europe going and meeting the people than really necessarily like talking to a ton of Australian people, because I feel like in most senses they're very similar to us.
I'm not going in the water.
Yeah, I mean you could call.
You're
it
not
what
gonna
you
go in the water.
No,
You're
there's
not
just
gonna
too
go
much.
in the water in like Bondi Beach or something like that.
Nah, too much poisonous stuff out there. I'm good.
You're
You
not
get touched
wrong.
once, and then you get touched by something that doesn't have anti-venom because it's
I mean,
so
to
poisonous.
me, it's like I really want to. I want to go there only because, like,
Or
I
venomous.
like meeting the people and going out and drinking and eating the food and that kind of stuff. Because,
But I feel like a place like South Korea or Japan, that's
I
way more
mean,
prevalent.
Yeah,
sure, yes,
Yeah, they probably have great seafood in Australia, but like, there's not really anything that like in Australia
But
that's like.
they're not Americans, so they think differently.
Yeah, but I think they have a lot of similarities in
Similarity,
like, their culture.
sure. I mean, you can say that about anywhere. We're all human beings with heads and feet.
Yeah,
and
but they're, like,
hands,
they
and
have
we
the
eat
similar-
food and we listen to music and we talk.
Yeah,
It depends on like where do you draw the line, because I still like to meet people within America who are not from
Yeah.
Clarksville or Columbia, like because you can go down the street 30 minutes and find someone who is on the opposite spectrum of the lifestyle that you are and a completely different culture living in the inner city. And
yeah. I would just say that like I feel like in like a city like Melbourne or Sydney, like I feel like it would be very similar, like just the vibe. Whereas like you go to like Tokyo, like I guess similar in certain regards, but like it is vastly different.
yeah,
And there is a very big culture change between, say, like Tokyo or Seoul than like Sydney
yeah.
compared to the US.
yeah. I mean, that's hard, dude. It's hard to say how far different they are, like. I always believe that each area, I mean, the locals have their own culture and their own thing, and whether you're in Korea or not, because you can go to Korea and find very, very Western cultures there, living out there. It's just where you go, right? 'Cause
Yeah,
you
I
could
mean, I
do that,
guess-
and you could also do like third world vibe.
Yeah, I mean,
Korea.
I guess like in that same regard, like yeah, you could go to other areas in Australia
Mhm.
besides the major hubs.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm sure it is vastly different.
Yeah,
like-
and like I'm curious as to what that's about.
Yeah, that would be cool.
You know what I mean? Like doing all that cool tourist stuff is great. Barrier Reef, doing all that stuff, that's cool, and I'm all about that. And that is part of the trip, but also part of it is like I want to go meet people where it's like I'm not as welcome.
going
there.
to more remote areas of
Yeah.
Australia would be interesting.
And that goes for any country though. Any country that's obviously like a relatively safe country, but
Yeah, if you get off the beaten path anywhere, you're always going to run into
Yeah.
something that's interesting.
yeah, and that's really what I like to do with my traveling is. Yeah, it's great to go and like do the sightseeing and stuff, but
Yeah, I mean, like I could say, like we were in Croatia. We had a day planned to go to this like big blue hole that's in like the Adriatic in the sea. Like it's like just a deep ass hole that's just in the water, but it looks really pretty. But we got rained out. It was a shitty day. We're like, we're not going to do that. So we ended up going to Bosnia and Herzegovina. And while we were there, like we went to a city called Mostar, which was really cool to go walk around there. But like while we were on our way there, we stopped in this like small town where like for us, way off the beaten path. Like, and then like we had like crazy Turkish coffee there that was like really good that we never would have had unless we went there. And like the driver took me to like some small little like, like hole in the wall kind of store where we got like these pies and stuff and brought them back to my family, and they're like making me try stuff. like that I've never had before. And it was the worst because I was so hungover and the guy's like, try this. And I'm like, my stomach's not happy. I'm like, I also don't know what I'm eating. So I'm already like, I don't know if I want that. Like, just grab whatever and we'll take it back.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, like that was a perfect example of how that goes really well and how I'll always have the memory of going there. And it wasn't a place we were supposed to go, but I'm happy we did instead of going to, say, that tourist trap.
Right.
Yeah, no, you definitely need to go to those smaller off the beaten path places.
I mean, that's like when I went to Korea. That's what was so great about going with the person I went with, because he lived there.
Yeah,
and
you need
he lived in like the
guide.
countryside. Yeah. So yeah, like we took a cab. The cab stopped off at the top of a street, and we just walked down this like path into his village. He had a nice house there. But it's just like, that's not at all what you would expect.
No, like those are the cooler moments where you're actually like getting involved with the community.
Yeah.
Like you get to see something different than like what you'd see on television or what would you expect. Yeah, no, 100%. But I think it often takes a good guide or someone either who knows the area or someone who's been there before who can push you to those places, because they're harder to find if you haven't been. And like we were lucky to find this guy who we were in a city. We decided we couldn't do this thing. So the lady who was giving us a tour of the city was like, I know a guy who'll be your private driver tomorrow. He'll take you to all these places. You can tell him if you want to go or you don't want to go, but you have him for the day. Let me tell you, it was like $100 to have a private driver in a nice Mercedes Sprinter van all day.
Wow.
It was the craziest thing ever. Like, it was like $100. We gave him the money and like a tip, and he was like, "This makes my day. Like, this is like making my week." And it's like $100, dude. Like a fucking Uber driver in like New York City would probably like laugh at you.
Oh yeah, you kidding me? Dude, there's no point in Ubering in New York City, dude.
Yeah,
just walk. Worst comes to worst, just fucking walk. You can make it down the whole fucking island in no time. In reality,
yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, I would love to go to those other countries. I think the top of my list right now is Japan, Korea again. When it comes down to leaving the country, it would be, I really want to go to Spain, but I heard they're not too happy about tourists nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, I think you don't overstay your welcome.
Yeah.
I think you're fine.
Yeah.
I would like to go to Spain.
But I'm going to hold off on traveling until this whole world tension either happens or it doesn't happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I need something to happen globally for me to make a decision on whether I'm leaving the United States. I mean, the closest I'd do like in this tension is Canada, but even then, I mean, I feel like Canada's not too happy with us. But
yeah, I mean, I don't think Japan would be too bad.
No, it's just I would hate to be stuck on Japan, the island of Japan, or the archipelago, right? Because it's a series of islands.
Yeah, I mean,
I have no idea.
I think if if some shit breaks out, you're fucked. But the likelihood of it happening while you're away, I can't say it's not nothing, but there's one of those things where it's like, do you stop your whole life because people are fucking shit up, no, it's like you got to just go and do it.
Yeah. I mean, also
the flights to Japan right now are like pretty fucking cheap, so it's like one of those things where it's like, in the next couple of years, like I'm thinking it's worth going to Japan.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to make it happen next year, to be honest with you. I think
save up a few $1,000.
Yeah.
I think would be good.
Yep.
I mean, I think $3,000 would be fine.
I think $3,000. Yeah, maybe 4.
I mean, you're going to use like maybe 800 on flights.
800 on flights?
Yeah.
That's it? That's it?
Yeah. Dude, the flights to Japan right now are like ridiculously cheap. So you get there for like $800. You got another like $800, $900 for lodging while you're there. And then you got, $1,200 to pay for food and stuff. I mean, I guess it all depends on how long you're going to be there. But, if you're there for a week or so, a little bit more than a week, I think, $3,000 to $4,000 as long as airfare is not too crazy.
Yeah.
And you're not, staying at the nicest places on earth. Of course, you could spend all the money on earth, but, last time I checked, we're not staying at Four Seasons.
It would be interesting to know what the flights cost if there are flights from Japan to Korea. I don't know if there are flights. I don't know where they are.
I'm sure there's flights some way to do that. Whether you stop in China and go from China to South Korea or how it goes, but I'm sure there's ways to go between the two.
Yeah, it would be cool though. Definitely want to do that, but I think the most realistic is within the United States trip.
Yeah, or somewhere in the Caribbean.
Yeah,
like places that aren't too far away within like a 4-hour flight time.
Yeah, that's true.
Aren't too difficult to make happen.
Yeah,
and then you don't feel as bad about like only going for 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I would like to get out to San Diego though.
I'd like to go to San Diego. That'd be fun.
I think Bill would like San Diego. I think those are very much so his people out there.
Mm-hmm.
San Diego.
Dude, I mean, like, talk about fucking dude. You know?
Is there?
But speaking about travel, let's just walk into our last little segment here. A little surprise.
We got anonymously tipped off on a weird website that we didn't think was real. And we will be judging live on the podcast.
Yeah, I've only heard great things about this website now, but we are a little concerned that this could be offensive to some people. So.
This could be removed. So
this could be removed. Yeah. No, it's not.
Even if it's not removed, it's fine. I just want a disclaimer that whatever's on this, from how it sounded, we might not align with that.
Yeah.
All
right, well, take us into it, Dan.
Sweet, let's do this thing. So we are going to a website called peaceandquiet.io. And the way it was described to me is like you can look up your area, or you can find your area on the United States map, and it filters it out by amenities.
So let's zoom in on like DC or something like that.
Okay. Let's zoom in on DC.
Or zoom in on like Silver Spring or Rockville. Go Rockville. Yeah.
We'll go right here north. Yeah, this is a nice area.
Yeah.
So, for those who don't know, the Bethesda area has got some money in it. But this is all pretty close to DC. The Potomac area's got some money in it, as we were talking about earlier today. But as most people know, outside of cities and right outside of places with money in it, there's not so much money. And I guess we're allowed to filter.
Yeah, I think you need to turn all the filters on. I mean, the fact that the first filter is Popeye's location is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
Do you not see this violent crime and then Ultima/Hellcat sales? That's crazy.
I did not see that. Can we see the Ultima/Hellcat sales?
Yeah, we need to see.
Oh, look at that. North Bethesda. All right. I mean, that kind of makes sense.
What a funny thing to have.
Violent crime.
Yeah, let's see what that looks like.
Yeah, it looks like it's pretty standard across.
And then, of course, right when you get over here to the South Laurel area, College Park, Greenbelt area,
it gets pretty rough.
It gets a little rough. Wow. Okay, what else we got here? Let's undo those.
Is there really 2,000 Popeyes?
Well, I guess you'd do violent crime, and then you could do Popeye's location.
There's less Popeyes than I would have thought.
Less Popeyes, more Popeyes. Look how condensed the Popeyes are right here.
Yeah.
Wow, this is a very racist website.
I didn't even know we had this many Waffle Houses around here.
I didn't.
I always think of Waffle House as like a South thing.
Yeah, same.
And like hate on Waffle Houses you have. The one time I've been to Waffle House was like 3 a.m. in like outside of Tampa.
Oh my god!
And I had a great meal. Wow, there's a lot of Section 8 in DC.
There is.
I didn't know that. A lot of Section 8 in Baltimore.
A lot of Section 8 out here in this place called Columbia.
All right, let's do bail bonds.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, it's funny that you say there's a lot of Section 8 in Columbia. Columbia was designed to have Section 8. Like that was part of the...
They're getting rid of it though.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, by the time we were moving out, they like right near the hospital, all the Section 8 right there, and then near the mall, there's Section 8. Those are all getting torn out, and now just apartment buildings are going
I'm pretty sure Howard Community College bought a bunch of that land because they're trying to make it a 4-year.
They were trying to make it a 4-year college,
and they need housing to do that.
They need more than just housing, but yeah.
Yeah.
But they need to have places where they can put students like to technically become a 4-year.
Correct. They're gonna have
shops.
a hard time getting enough space to put a
Methadone
dormitory.
clinics.
Methadone clinics down here. Yeah, I mean, literally right where it starts getting
You
bad.
go look up all up at Glen Burnie. It's nothing but that.
Oh wow. I know some folks out in Glen Burnie.
Right by the airport.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Pawn shops right there in Glen Burnie again. It is really interesting. So like, let's go out.
There's really not that many pawn shops. I mean, yeah, this area over here.
Crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
You
you look
tell
at.
my Discord about this.
Do we have anything else on here?
No.
It looks like that's all of it.
Did you see the search bar up there at the top?
What is Boost
Yeah,
Mobile?
all
about?
African American. You just clear that all out.
Where?
At the top. There's just African American.
And African.
Like, what the fuck is this website, dude?
I don't
Whoever
know.
created this is crazy.
Whoever created this is a racist motherfucker. Oh my god.
Just clear it.
Well, I'm looking at what it's highlighting.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what that does. Go to rankings in the top right. I want to see what that's about.
Yeah, rankings top right.
Oh wow.
North
What does it say?
Carolina.
By name. Wait.
Leaderboards and
I love how it's
intensity
non-
rankings.
Wait. It's ranking
Oh my god.
that name?
What?
That's crazy.
What name?
Oh my god.
What are the other names we have on here? Because this is the most fucked up.
So the
one.
first
Alea?
name is Elia.
Alea?
Oh no, it's not Elia. That's North Carolina's got a lot of them.
Okay. Ace.
Ace. Do we know an Ace?
No, we know an ace. But
Hammer?
for the wrong reason.
Oh my
I
God.
don't know what
It's
it
his
is.
stage name.
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah.
yeah. You actually might have known him.
Scroll down. I don't
Alonzo?
need to just see the A's here.
Let's go to ISIS. Go all the way down to ISIS.
Ebony.
Dude, fuck yeah, click that.
Florida's got the most.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense actually.
some wild names.
Wait, I'm sorry, Gwendolyn? It's a lot of Gwendolyns.
Yeah, go up to Gwendolyn.
There's
Holy
9,000
shit.
Gwendolyns.
That's not bad. And it's all Florida.
Jake Wellen.
Florida.
Holy shit. I guess that makes sense. Jasmine is a pretty
Yeah,
common
there's
name.
plenty of Jasmines in this earth.
Kendra?
I'm just looking for big numbers here. I think Jasmine might be the most popular name on this list. Leroy.
Florida again. Everyone lives in Florida.
Yeah, everyone lives in Florida.
Now Marcus, right there. What the fuck? That's the largest one.
Marcus.
And then Marvin.
North Carolina and
And
Florida.
North Carolina. Below that, Marvin. And there's Micah.
This is a fucked list.
This isn't crazy. Melody?
Melody. Of course. It's fucking Florida.
Florida.
Everyone lives in Florida.
I think it's just telling us where all the black people live. There's no way this is like an okay list, dude. This is fucked.
The fact that it's by name is crazy.
Woodrow.
Vaughn?
What the fuck is the request tab?
Fuck, that hurts.
What does
All
that
in
mean?
Florida. Request what?
Request your state. Don't
Request
see
So
your
your
you
state.
can request a name. Okay, so
I like how the examples are Shaniqua and Tyrone.
1.3 million total records confirmed and verified in database.
Is this criminal records?
9 states covered. With
I don't know, but it looks like
voter data.
Florida. Everyone in Florida is
With
really.
voter data. Top state, Florida.
I don't understand what these statistics are about. Like records by state. What does that mean? Record of what?
I think it's just names that are in there.
The most common name is Alicia.
I don't think I've ever met anyone with the name Tomorrow.
I don't think I've met anyone named Tomorrow. No, I know a
Andre.
Marcus, I know a Marvin, I know a Rodney. I don't know
Daryl,
you-
I
Crystal,
know
Jerome.
Yolanda.
I don't know a Yolanda.
I know
Andre,
Yolanda.
Daryl. I know Crystal and a Jerome and an Alicia.
I got everything except for Tomorrow.
I don't got a Yolanda.
All right. Well, that was a stupid ass website.
Yeah, fuck this
It
website.
actually has no use.
It doesn't
except
give
for-
you any valuable information
except for
whatsoever.
just being incredibly
Yeah.
racist.
That's a fucked up website. Do not go there. But now you guys know, for all those people out there, we visited it for you, so it's not on your search history.
Anything that ends with .io, I have.
I get a little skeptical about that.
Yes.
What was the first thing, like way back in the day?
Snake.io.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was when IO was like.
Like, have fun. And
Yes,
we're not going to
yes.
be racist. Yeah.
IO now is like, I feel like it's just a way to.
There was
mask,
also
like, really
another
fucked up
IO.
shit.
It was the one where like it was like those balls, and you would do like those big spheres, and it would
yeah,
grow,
you had
and
to
like you would
absorb
take
other
over.
ones,
Yeah. There's that one too.
Balls.io. It wasn't actually called balls.io.
No, it wasn't, but it was something like that.
All right.
But yeah, this is we're at an hour and a half.
Episode 29. We'll see if it gets out this time.
Yeah, 29 and a half. Yeah, thank you guys so much for being patient with us. I'm sorry about the
To our
mistakes.
12 loyal followers, we appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thank you very
Yes,
much.
sir.
Happy birthday, Dad. And let's have a good week.
Yep.